Hi, this is Mark Noble with Bywater Solutions, and I'd like to talk to you today about creating browse categories within Aspen Discovery. So browse categories are displayed on the home page. So we see here we've got our recommended for you, some available ebooks, available e-audio, and these can either be a single level, like our recommended for you was, where we just have recommended for you and it shows results right away, or it can be nested categories, so like our available ebooks, where we have fiction, nonfiction, autobiographies underneath the main available ebooks section. So you have some different options. Browse categories can also be created from any search or any list that you generate, and we'll kind of show you both. So let's start by creating an available movies category with a few subcategories under. So we're going to start by just doing a blank search. And we're going to narrow to movies that are available now. And when you're logged in with the proper permissions, down at the very bottom of those search results, you're going to see an add to browse. We just give it a category name, so we're going to say available movies. And create our category. And we can see now when we go back to our home page, the available movies category has been added. We can rearrange these by going into the account and your configuration templates and looking at your browse categories. And these are divided up into groups. So if you have a consortium, you can have different groups for each type of library. So you could have public library groups and academic groups. You could have groups for libraries that have similar needs, that kind of thing. Or groups for each individual library too. So let's edit this group. We see our list of available categories, and we can drag and drop those up and down. So we can drag this down and say we want our available movies to show after our ebooks and e-audio books, just based off frequency of use. We'll save those changes. And now when we go back to our home page, we'll see we've got recommended for you, available ebooks, e-audio, and then the available movies the way we configured it. If we wanted to, so let's customize this and add some subcategories. So let's click on the available movies again, which is going to bring up our search criteria. And we can adjust this. So we can say, we could do this based off subjects. We can do it based off rating level. We could do it off if it's fiction or nonfiction. So let's say, let's select both adults as well as general. We're just going to call those, and let's include unknown as well. So we've got a few of those that weren't cataloged. So let's go down and we'll say add to browse again, and we're going to say this is new movies for adults, and that's a subcategory then of our new movies, or sorry, of our available movies. So let's just call this available movies for adults, and we'll create that category. And let's create another one. So let's clear these. So we'll go to, instead of adult, general, and unknown, let's change that to young adults. And we'll add that to the browse. We're going to call this available movies. We'll add that to our available movies. And then let's also create one for kids. that will also go into our available movies. So I'll create that category. So now let's go to our home page and see what we've done. So we can see under our available movies, now we have 3 categories: available movies for adults, teen movies, and kids movies. If we want to rename those, we can. So let's go into our browse categories again. And let's look at the group. It's a little bit easier to see them there. They nest a little bit better. So let's go into the available movies and edit that. And we can go through and edit each of these and change their titles. So instead of available movies for adults, let's just call this adults because the available movies is implied. We'll just save changes and go back to our list and change this to, instead of available teen movies, we'll call this just teen. Let's call this kids. And all of these searches will update. So as things are cataloged, checked in, checked out, all of these lists are going to update automatically, which is really nice. So here now we've got our available movies, adults, teen, kids. And you could do that by subjects, you can do it by audience, you could do it by movie rating, kind of whatever you can think of. Any search you can do can be added. If we wanted to do something that was a specific list, say we're doing some staff curated lists. So for example, I created a list for the 4th of July. So here's just some books that I called Celebrating the 4th. And if we're getting close to the 4th of July, it might make sense to add those to the homepage. So we're just going to hit Add to Browse, and we'll call this just Celebrating. We'll create that category. And now when we go to our homepage, we see our Celebrating the 4th. So it's super easy to add. As librarians add and remove titles from that list, or if a title becomes unavailable, if you remove that title from your catalog, the list is going to be automatically updated and the homepage will be automatically updated. If you want to remove that, you can go to your configuration templates again, look at your browse category groups, and edit that. So say the 4th of July has passed, we no longer want to see the 4th of July titles. We can just delete that and save our changes again. The really nice thing here is just because we deleted that from what's being actively displayed doesn't mean we completely deleted the category. So if we do say add new, we still have that Celebrating the 4th category already created. So in a year, when we're ready to start the 4th of July celebrations again, we don't have to go through and rebuild all of that work. We can just add that, save those changes. We can drag it up, drag it down, put it wherever we want to. So if we want to make that the first one, we certainly can, or second one after recommended for you. The other thing to say, so recommended for you is one that is automatically generated by the system. It's based off the user's reading recommendations. You can rename it to whatever you want. So if we go into the recommended for you, we could change the name of this. You won't want to change the text ID because that's what we use to automatically link it up. And this will currently show only for for patrons that are logged in that have done some ratings so that we actually have recommendations for them. So if you have any questions about how the browse functionality works within Aspen, feel free to reach out to us at Bywater Solutions, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks